Welcome back, investors, to Ticker Time News. I'm Adam, and today we're going to try to answer the question on everyone's mind about Bitcoin. With Bitcoin's volatility and recent crash, is now a buying opportunity, as in buy the dip, or is the bull market over and it's crashing to a support level where it will remain until the next halving event, which isn't set to take place until 2024. Leave a comment down below and let me know. Is it buy the dip, or has the cycle been completed? When I posted this question on Twitter, 85.7% said buy the dip, and only 14.3% said it's crashing, stay away. The crypto community is divided on how to analyze the latest Bitcoin crash, with Bitcoin falling 30% this week and at one point on Wednesday reaching a low of 29,000. There's a lot of finger pointing in the crypto community. Some say the crash happened because of China's crackdown on crypto transactions, but China has already said that before. Others say Tesla's recent decision to stop accepting Bitcoin, or maybe even Elon's tweets, caused it. And still, others say it was JP Morgan citing moves by institutional investors that have swapped their Bitcoin positions for gold. There is even a subset on Reddit that claim this is a coordinated attack by whales to get those with paper hands to sink the price so the whales can add to their Bitcoin position. Others in the FUD crowd, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, say the finger pointing is unnecessary, as the crypto market is generally a volatile environment to begin with, and traders must be prepared to buckle up once there is a shift in sentiment. As you can see, there's almost as many possibilities as to why as there are to actual Bitcoin. Now, I think it's worth mentioning crypto's long history of volatility, just to get a better understanding. So let's have some fun and run through these numbers real quick. We start in 2011. Bitcoin soared from $1 in April to a peak of $32 in June. By November, it was worth $2. 2013. Started the year at $13, Bitcoin jumps to $220 by April, only to fall to $70 2 weeks later. The crypto then climbs from $123 in October to $1,156 by December, then tumbles to $760 in 3 days. 2017. Trading around $1,000 in January, Bitcoin reaches nearly $20,000 by the end of the year. 2018. Prices steadily decline, eventually tracing back to the $3,500 level. 2019. Bitcoin tops $10,000 again over the summer, but ends the year at $7,000. 2020. Dropping to a low of $5,200 as the pandemic set in, the crypto goes on to reach $30,000. Now this brings us to 2021, and this gets fun. Momentum picks up as Bitcoin races past 40K, past 50K, and then past 60K before the most recent crash. Bitcoin is still up over 30% year to date and about 300% over the past 12 months. So, what can we learn from this? Well, crypto, especially Bitcoin, has a cycle, and Bitcoin's current cycle puts it in a bull market right now. But this bull market will end in 2021. The next halving for Bitcoin, as I mentioned earlier, is set to occur sometime in the spring or summer of 2024. And at that time, Bitcoin will skyrocket yet again. Now, I want to ask you a question again. This is a different question. When you think about Bitcoin's bull market, do you think about price or time? Leave me a comment. I really want to know on this one. Price or time? Are you thinking about price targets or time targets? Here's why. Rarely do I ever hear the question of when will Bitcoin's bull market end? I hear about price targets all the time, but not time targets. Now, most everyone knows that Bitcoin is on a 4-year cycle due to the halving events. To come up with this hypothesis of when Bitcoin might peak, we are going to look at the role of time in the context of each Bitcoin halving event, and I gotta say, I found something rather interesting when I did this. Let's go back to Bitcoin's first halving event. Bitcoin bottomed 378 days before its first ever halving. Then it took Bitcoin 364 days to hit its peak after its first halving. Let's look at Bitcoin's second halving. Bitcoin bottomed 546 days before its second halving. Then it took Bitcoin 518 days to hit its peak after its second halving. So here we go. It took roughly the same amount of time for Bitcoin to bottom prior to its second halving as it did to reach its peak after the second halving. Now, we have something to work with. Bitcoin bottomed 511 days before its third halving. So, if it takes Bitcoin about 511 days to peak after its third halving, and folks, we are in the third halving right now. That puts Bitcoin peaking in Q4 of 2021. Actually, closer to October of 2021. The 4-year cycle says that Bitcoin's price will experience exponential growth in 2021 and peak before the end of the year. If this theory is correct, Bitcoin has ample room for exponential growth before it peaks sometime around October. Instead of a price target, we have a time target. What do you think of Bitcoin lasting until October before the bull market cycle ends? I know some people will not believe this could happen. Like meet Kevin's latest guest, Harry Dent. He believes the market is heading for a massive 40 to 50% crash in the next few weeks. And he also believes Bitcoin will be hit the hardest. I must admit, I'm a little skeptical myself, but as good investors, we always have to have a little bit of skepticism even for our high conviction positions, just to keep us on our toes. So, going back to the beginning of trying to answer the question on everyone's mind, is the Bitcoin bull market over, or is there still room for Bitcoin to run, or time for Bitcoin to run? I believe time is still an important part of Bitcoin's equation. And if the math works out to sometime in the fourth quarter, more closely to October, that means the FUD can shake Bitcoin all it wants to right now. And it may shake Bitcoin even more between now and October. But the price should continue to rise just like it has in the past. If you've made it this far in the video, you are totally awesome, and I greatly appreciate you watching. If you could, click the like button, click subscribe, and join our family of investors. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. You can help out the channel and earn free money while doing it. First, earn $10 worth of Bitcoin by signing up for a BlockFi interest account and depositing $100. Plus, the added benefit to using BlockFi is that you will earn interest of up to 8.6% annually on your cryptocurrency. Second, earn 2 free stocks worth up to $1,850 by signing up to Webull and depositing $100. Click the links below to get started.